Uh-huh. See? Got her figured out. Evening, everybody. Ben will be down in a minute. I am the captain now. So, hope everybody's doing all right. We're going to roll into our sponsors. I figured it out, Ben. Ben's fired. Fired him.
All right, Nate's running the board tonight.
I'm running the board. Sponsors. Busy Bee Chiropractic. Went there today, got adjusted. Britt does a good job. Very caring, easy to talk to. You need to get adjusted, get yourself right. You got a little stiffness or a little pinched nerve, ache and pain you need to take care of. They're growing over there. They're expanding. They're doing good things over there in Newark, New York. Busy Bee Chiropractics. We have
M&R Firewood.
Yeah, M&R Firewood. You can get your camping wood, your wood you want to heat your house with. Give M&R a call. They have stands on 14. They have I believe they have a stand right there in the east side of the town of Phelps, right down to the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
And then I believe Ben's going to have some camp wood out at his farm stand
out there.
Some point.
It's out there now.
It's out there now. PMW, Pierce Metalworks, for all your machining and fabrication needs. Give me a call. We'll figure it out. You got a design you want to try out. You got repairs, parts, doesn't matter. You got a mower deck with a hole in it and you want to put a patch on it because you don't want to buy a new mower deck. Give me a call. Screw it. We'll figure something out. Sometimes a case of beer will work. Whitetail Properties, Mr. Ben Williams and Tim Kent and Tim Kent's family. I should mention Ben Williams' family because everybody plays a role in this to make it work. Call Whitetail Properties for all of your land purchasing and selling needs. And yeah,
Beauty.
give Ben Williams a call. Phelps Fire Department.
Shoulder deep in the Sauerkraut Fest right now.
Yeah, they're pretty busy. Sauerkraut's going on. If you have any events or anything going on that you're looking to reserve some space that involves a kitchen and a little area to set up for the kids to play or dining area, any kind of event, graduation parties I know are going on, Phelps Fire Hall. Give them a call. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for what you do here around around Phelps and Clifton Springs. Heritage Outdoor Sports. Go down there, see Mike or Lou, or both of them if they're there. Get your bow tuned up. There ain't no one better around. They have all your archery needs, whether it's from a crossbow to a compound bow. They will take care of you, and they'll steer you in the right direction and get you all set up. All right, I think that's all of our sponsors. Ben gave me a funny look because I cut the Whitetail Properties one short. So do you want to elaborate on the Whitetail Properties, or because I know you like that one, or no? Are we gonna keep going?
It's anything from homes on acreage, recreational ground, farm ground, timber ground, you name it. We'll help you buy and sell it.
Stars and Stripes.
Sauerkraut Weekend to grab the flyer for it.
250. 250th anniversary.
Yep. So.
All right, let's get back. What are we at? Let's roll into it.
Yep. So you can run the comments tab right up there, just one or two above it. That way the comments will show up.
I might have to do a solo show at some point, so you're going to have to show me how to run this.
No, you got it. Dude, you fired it up. You ran the sponsors.
I did not fire it up. You got everything set up. I just hit a couple buttons.
That's the same thing, dude. It's not much different. So back down, I don't know, it's been about a month, right? Since we've been
Somewhere around
back
there.
in studio.
Yeah, but you did a show.
Yeah, but still.
Probably at least 3 weeks.
Yep. So,
So let's start it off correctly.
bird dog.
We got a little bird dog blackberry here. A little Ben Williams bar staplement bird dog.
That's honey.
That's the honey. I thought it was blackberry.
Or salted caramel. That's what it is.
Salted caramel. Still not bad.
Yep. So, anyway, if you guys have been tuning into the videos, we got a new one dropping tomorrow, from Nate down at the donut plot.
Fun video.
Yep.
I hope everyone got a kick out of my boot seed.
Yeah. Bo telling us how much he loves us.
Is it?
He
Where's the
messaged
comment?
Messaged me the other day.
Where not? He liked my boot video.
I know he did. I know he
Yeah.
did. I thought he was in Facebook jail or something.
He might be. How do I find comments over here?
Hit the little refresh arrow up in the corner. There. See the mouse.
Where the hell is it? Oh, I got it. No, I got it. I got to do it, or I'm not gonna remember it.
Hit the refresh, and it should be.
I'm illiterate.
Yep.
Thanks for agreeing.
There you got it. You scroll down to the video, and if comments come up, they'll come up right there at the bottom of the video there.
Right here.
Yep. I think I
Very
fixed it
nice.
with the last solo show, so it should be integrated back through now, but
Look at that. Ben Williams thinks it's funny. All right, it's working.
yeah. So yeah, the boot video was good. We got some nice video. I got to edit a few of them together a little bit, clip them up. But we did Outlaw Plots was the main focus, and then the donut plot.
The donut plot that.
That's what the main video is going to be on tomorrow.
Good evening, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. How everything connected, I'm not happy with.
Okay.
I went
Like
through
the boulevard connecting,
and I feel like it's all gonna come together when the green goes off, and I feel like the wildlife knows that, or like the deer know the path.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But if you walk my boulevard trail, it's so overgrown, and I just cut it again.
Oh, it's just the green, dude.
That's what I'm thinking.
Everything,
Like
yeah.
I walked through it, and I almost got a little lost. I'm like, man, I thought I cut this wide enough to get a 4-wheeler trail all the way through here.
Yeah.
Because I want it wide enough to where I get eventually. Because it's a lot of work to go. I mean, what are we talking?
200-300 yards.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
Probably 250 yards. We'll say 250 yards.
Yep.
Through not timber.
It's like
brush
and briar. Yeah.
It's a lot of work to clear
Cedars,
that out.
dogwood, buckthorn.
Without heavy equipment, just dropping a blade and pushing it out, which I don't have access to, and I don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah, it doesn't really need it. I think the 4-wheeler trail will be fine, dude. With the way that sets up and winds.
And then the other trail, the Y of the boulevard that loops around and comes back to the plot. The plot and the landing area are the two focal points of that whole strategy.
Yep.
And
right
the
there,
one
the kiddie pool is at the landing, you're saying?
Yes, and there's something I don't like about it that I thought of. I need a stand on the west side of the boulevard on the hill, right on the edge of the hill.
For like what? Like something with an east? Like a southeast?
Yeah, just hope it blows over them. Or in the morning, for like a morning stand so I can see down the hill.
So you're going to what? Come up from the bottom?
That's where I'm struggling with it.
Okay. Gotcha. So you're looking for another southeast.
Because you know it's a steep hill. And those deer, a lot of deer like to travel the bottom of that hill, close to the driveway.
Or easy walking, yep. Sure.
I mean, I could just throw a stand down there. I could walk the driveway. But I got to talk to the neighbor, and they're not the friendliest.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worth, at least exploring. I mean, that driveway is only, it's a little itty bitty narrow strip going down through there. You know.
Gun? I'm thinking, a gun, I can shoot the bottom of the hill all the way to the top if I just get a stand on the edge. Doesn't matter the wind.
Yeah, 'cause you're down there in the low. Sure. But I think something up there, 3/4 of the way up with the southeast would be really, really banging down there.
And I gotta figure out the north corner.
Or even northeast. The north corner of the boulevard?
All the big bucks come out of that corner.
Oh, that north corner where we were looking at the end of the day.
Yes. No. No,
Yeah,
you're thinking
not the north end,
up
but
top.
yeah, I'm thinking
No. Clover or
below the
grass
turkey
field.
below the turkey spot.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
That corner is the best corner on the whole property. One, like I said, neighbors aren't the greatest. Situational. Two, it's within 500 feet of their house.
Yep, that corner would be tricky.
Bow season be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really kind of all I really want it for. Because I can shoot across the field.
Well, if that's the case, then do you want to just...
Three, how would I even set up? It's so difficult. It's like the deer know that it's that difficult.
We'd almost have to walk it through the bottom and see like where that property line lays.
Remember me telling you how I want like a blind I can shoot a bow out of at the top of the top corner?
Yep. Just down a scotch. So you can hit that bottom. Yep. I do remember what you're saying with that. And what, just southeast it? No, that would be south. Well, you're counting on
Where you at?
finding it.
Hand me that beer.
Finding that. It's Marbletown, 88. I don't want 88. Not there.
What do you mean? It's right there.
Gifford.
What are you doing? You
Going too far?
You walk the tracks. That's kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Motherfucker, I'm right there.
Yeah. So
it's such a beautiful piece. It's amazing, but it's not the easiest to hunt.
access is tricky. I mean,
If I could use the driveway, but with that swamp in the morning, man.
yeah. I mean, look at the freaking trails.
Oh yeah, the deer trails are defined through the satellite. It's yeah.
So if you could come up from the bottom there, yeah, I know it's that cut right there.
That's the cut I want, but this is what they follow. Okay, that's a deep cut. They actually don't follow that deep cut. They come up here. And they follow that ridge top.
Sure, it makes sense.
And they come up and they'll hook right there.
Hook in.
Or they follow this like 650 line.
Little bench, yep.
They follow that 650 line. No, just below it. Like,
Yeah,
say
come up where that
625,
little
like
pale
right
spot
here.
is.
Yeah, where your like plus sign is, they'll pop out right there.
Yep, and that's what we were talking about when we were walking up to go, to the north end down there.
But in
That's
bow
where you-
season, does are going to come out. Okay. Hunt this spot in a northwest wind. You're hitting them. This is more or less not a destination food. It's a, what do you want to call it? Like a pre-hit. They just kind of graze up into the main food and they move along. Northwest wind, I got to get past the does.
Yeah, you got to
North wind, I got to get past the does before he comes out. How am I going to do it?
All right, well, you're saying that they're...
Even if I pop a stand there, I put a blind there. The blind will help with scent, but it's not bulletproof. And I could get away with a blind, honestly, in a straight west.
Yeah, west.
Because they'll feed out and up and over and whatever. But it's so hard to hunt that corner, and the biggest underlying factor is it's within 500 feet. Not the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
But if
That
I wanted
bottom
to set
corner.
up there,
Sure.
that's why the stand I have,
Is
not
where it
to
is.
mention
Yeah.
the boulevard, which actually you can see the boulevard.
Yep.
Can you see the boulevard extended? A little bit. Sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
How that trail kind of cuts through.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's not quite opened
that's
up yet.
the donut.
Yep. Which hasn't been cleaned out.
Actually, no, this is the donut.
Yeah. No, I think this
I think
is
it's
donut.
an old
I
picture.
think this is the donut right here, like you were saying, because that's the willow right there.
What the hell are these things?
I don't know.
I think this picture was taken before Steve went in there.
I don't know. I don't know when the image is. Let me see if I can pull it up. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
16 days before opening day.
Who's got 16 days before opening day?
Well, I don't know. Mark.
Was he hunting? Georgia?
Mark, where are you hunting?
Who's got an August opener? Texas? Georgia?
California?
I don't know.
I don't even think you're allowed to hunt deer in California. Are you?
I don't know if they got whitetails in California right off. I think it's blacktail.
Look at Ben Williams is going to comment. No, he's not. Brandon Scott liked it. Thanks, Brandon Scott.
Yeah. Whitetail Properties, Western New York.
Is that
team.
you?
Yep.
You're a handsome little dude.
Nate's just scrolling through my Facebook posts. But yeah, dude, so we went up there. We got the donut seated. And that was good. Tune into the full video tomorrow on the donut.
Are you piecing that together?
Yeah.
South Carolina.
South Carolina's open in 16 days.
That's sweet.
Velvet.
You got any good ones on camera, Mark? How you guys hunt in South Carolina? You running dogs or do you guys stand hunt?
I think they can run hounds in South Carolina.
I'm pretty sure you can run hounds in South Carolina. How do you hunt, Mark? Let us know.
I mean,
I'm intrigued. A lot of people from New York that I know have moved to South Carolina.
Yep. Yeah, look at that. One of the
I have
longest
relatives in North
One of
Carolina.
the longest and earliest whitetail seasons in the United States, running from mid-August through January 1st.
Kill anything and everything. Have fun, boys and girls.
Yeah, so there's different zones, different bags. I mean, not much different than us, really, for it. But what you got, Mark?
It's a bow and rifle. Got two good ones. Bow and rifle. Well,
There you go.
I hope you line up with them, buddy.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got
I got one. I got one so far, but my camera's only been up for a week and a half.
Yep.
I got one. Ben's got a couple.
I mean, they're hell of a 100-inch 2-year-old. I mean, both of them. Dude. I mean,
Hell of it, dude.
I don't think I got a deer over 120. Maybe 125. I don't know. What do you think? Not
Which
that you
one?
saw.
Which one?
I don't think there's any over 120, 125.
Between me and you?
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, because your two shooters are oddballs.
Not even Tate. Tate's not.
Yeah. Well,
Tate's not on it. Tate's due.
Tate.
He's due back in another week.
I feel like
He's not
Tate's.
quite there yet.
I feel like Tate's gonna break 120.
Tate might break 120 because he's a normal framed 8-point.
I feel like he's gonna put on some mass a little bit. He's gonna break 120.
He's like 7 this year or 8.
That doesn't mean they're on the decline.
No, I didn't say he's on the decline.
That deer is a survivor.
That
Like
deer
you
is-
should, if you get a shot at that deer, you shouldn't even kill it. The amount of fucking shit that deer's
He's
been
missing
through.
an eye.
He's
Got
blind.
a hole in his shoulder.
He's got a scar up his fucking side.
his
He's
shoulder.
like that should be your full body mount and be like, I want it to look the way he is.
Make him look decrepit.
Yes. I killed the handicap of the block,
Yep.
and he had the biggest rack.
Yeah,
But-
right now he probably would have the biggest rack.
I mean, score-wise, yeah. I mean, we got some cool bucks.
Yeah, I mean, Tune and Fork's cool. Cool story. You know, you found the shed last year.
He's
Ride on the side by
100.
side.
He's gonna be 110-inch deer.
Yeah, this is 6. Cool frame. Cool buck.
I'm trying to compare him to Rocky. He's got better tine length.
I don't know if he's got the mass Rocky does. He's never
He
been a
doesn't have
heavy
the
deer.
mass, and I don't know if he has the beam length. He might have the beam length.
Yeah, he's like kind of tall, tight. He's real tall, tight, actually.
I love tall and tight.
Yeah, his spread's only going to be 14 inches, maybe.
This is the year Brian's gonna let me go out there, and I'll kill Tune and Fork.
Or we got
And you're gonna kill
Tate.
no, the other one. Hanson.
Oh, Hanson. Yeah, which Eric messaged me. He's like, "Oh, heck of a name you picked." I was like, "It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with the scary movie, Hanson." Because his tine last year was like all squiggly out to the side, so it was like, and it was the same hand that was Hanson's strong hand.
You know what's good news? Eric Hansen is following our shit. He listens.
Yeah,
He listens.
it's nice of him. We got to have him and
Thanks for the
Sleeman.
support, Eric. You guys got to come back on. I know last time you were here, we
Had some
had
technical stuff. We
some
figured it
technical stuff.
out
We got to figure it out. You guys got to come back on.
because it's always a good time. And I mean, we
Hell
could do
yeah.
it. We could do a round table kind of style like we did last time. Move some stuff around. Because it's tough to. I mean, Sleeman and Hanson, they're both big guys, so it's tough to fit 2 of us behind the bar, let alone 4 of us.
Yeah. Hansen stocky and Sleeman's a tall dude.
He's big. So, but Outlaw Plots, we planted them early this year, so I'll be curious how they take.
So in the video, you will get why my Outlaw Plots were planted early. I'm hoping for some bulb growth, and and the rain, honestly, with the timing and everything, lined up perfect. Because the rain should have driven in that seed, and either the edge, like literally the whole, what,
On the lower
15
section?
to 20 yards off of the wood line,
On the low field, yeah.
nothing grew.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just compaction.
Pure luck.
Yeah, compaction, tree canopy, whatever
Steve and Eric were like, you know what?
No, there was
Nate
beans.
likes to plant this. We'll just let him have it.
There were beans there. It's just they were struggling. Either that or there's a lot of woodchucks out there.
Woodchucks, browse pressure. I mean, you can combine a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, you'll see it in the video.
There's a good landing strip
good
down
distance, and I think we took advantage of it this year.
there.
Some of the bald pockets up on top, I think we took advantage of.
Yeah. But you said he was having issues with the planter this past year.
Yeah, he did say he was having some issues with the planter, but I mean, that whole edge,
Mm-hmm.
I think something happened on that edge.
Something was not right.
Or he did the first pass and was like, I don't know, and then adjusted something and everything was a little better. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, that whole edge did not pan out.
Yeah. So we're gonna help him out by taking off his weed competition, broadcasting some cover crop essentially in there. It's not taking away from his harvest of his beans or anything like that.
We're gonna add to the soil.
Mm-hmm. Gonna give it a little bit of nitrogen sourcing for him to, because he'll till it in. You know, come next spring.
Yeah, he's gonna till it in next spring, and
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna matter.
Yep.
And then when he does plant corn next year, they're gonna go through and they're gonna spray it and kill whatever the hell's there.
Yep.
And it's nothing that's gonna harm. If anything, it adds to that strip.
Yeah. So if anybody's wondering what we put in there, we put in the basic Brassica mix. The only thing I did a little bit different with Nate's donut plot is I put a little bit white clover in there, in case that turns into a nice little clover plot. Because that does have some wet feet. That's my only little worry about the donut plot. But other than that, all the um, Outlaw Plots is the same, the 100 proof mix. Like
I'm
the
gonna have to
OG
go
mix.
Whitetail Hill, Soggy Bottom.
Yeah?
I don't know. Hearing a lot of good stuff about it.
Yeah? Is that what the comments are saying?
No. Our comments?
Oh, I thought you said that was a comment that came in.
No. Mark goes, I believe we already said Low Country. He goes, DNR had an open discussion with public the other night about dog hunting.
Okay.
All right.
So they're getting rid of it?
How'd it go?
Because I was
Let
going to
us know
say,
how it went.
that's
South
got to
Carolina.
be.
So going back to the wetland, I think that's something we need to touch on.
Wetland, like where the donut is? What do you mean wetland?
Not where the donut is. The donut's going to grow fine with Brassica.
I
It's
think it'll
not
be
that
fine.
wet. It's not that
Now that
wet.
you've cleaned it up and
There's other circumstances
Mhm.
and people out there with other situations.
Yep.
What do they do about that? Now, I believe it's Whitetail Hill
Yep.
is really pushing their Soggy Bottom and their shade mix
Mhm.
hard.
Yep.
Is
Must
anybody
be you're seeing-
listening
You're seeing some targeting ads.
trying it? Like, it might be my algorithm. It could be other things. But I want to know if anybody else is seeing this, and if they have tried it, what are your results? Because I've tried a ton of things, and if it don't grow, it don't grow.
Mhm.
I mean, we could try the soil thing. We did the soil thing, tested it, put the right amount of fertilizer on it. I just kind of feel like sometimes if it isn't going to grow, it's just not going to grow.
Right. And sometimes you get a bad deal of cards with the rain that comes, or the rain that doesn't come, or the rain that comes and then you get no rain. So there's a lot of factors with that too. But that's why I ask folks a lot of times, like, what's your plot, what's your situation? Hannah's uncle just came here the other day and picked up a batch of seed. I mixed him up a custom blend of clovers that he went and put out before all this rain. Um, so kind of mixing to what he's looking for, which is something I can do a little bit with, the species and blends I got. I don't know the Soggy Bottom mix. I've never seen it, never tried it right off. But a lot of times
Has it come across your stream?
I've seen their ad. Yep.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yep. I've seen the
There
ad.
are ads everywhere.
Yep. Yep. So, because again, I know that, like you said, what a lot of guys struggle with is a smaller plot.
Inside the woods.
Yep. Inside the woods, or not that
That'll grow.
not that a desirable or high productivity soil level is some of the stuff that is you see online getting planted. So my biggest thing with that is you got to have the sunlight. Shade mix is one thing, but you got to have that 6 hours of sunlight is going to be kind of that threshold, and otherwise you're just not going to get it. Case in point, the dump. This is the first year the dump actually put out a wheat seed head. Because we opened up some canopy there where we did the timber harvest. It finally got enough sunlight to throw a wheat head. Case in point, it would grow green, it would grow fine with a rye or something, but it never had enough sunlight to fully mature out. So blending these blends and not just picking a blend, but talking to who you're buying the seed from and figuring out like what you need or what you should be planting, I think is huge. But heavy shade is going to be your white clovers. They're going to do better that in shade or wet feet. They're going to be your big kind of lean-ons with that. Brassicas do not do wet feet. They drown out pretty darn quick.
So I'm screwed.
What? In the donut?
Nah, donuts, man.
Donut's fine.
You're gonna love this next comment.
You-
You can't look at. Don't
That's
even
fine.
look at it.
You can get away with like the trophy rape and stuff like that. Stuff
Just
that
give me a
doesn't
head
need-
nod when you're done.
doesn't need as much sunlight. There's some species of brassicas we can kind of blend into that. But like you said, don't plan on getting bulb production. If you can get, it's for scoring deer. It's for when I'm
What
scoring
kind
deer.
of fucking deer are you scoring down here, elk?
No, it's for when I stretch the tape on it. For when I measure stuff off with the
scoring deer.
for the cable.
Ben, you could have got a 6-inch ruler for what you're scoring.
Yeah, sub 100-inch deer. I don't
We
need a
already
ruler that
know
long.
what you're scoring.
No. So, no, with that, it's just about species selection. I can blend and change stuff. So the 100 proof mix is a great one if you got 6 hours or more of sunlight. But if you're getting less than that, we gotta make some tweaks with it. So, but there's some good mixes out there by a lot of good companies. 100%. All right, what's this comment you gotta hammer me on?
Terry Williams. Posted Ben Williams pulling the cart. Looking good. Hell yeah. Is Nora in there?
Yep.
Oh, there she is.
She's on her tablet.
I see an ear.
Yep.
All right, so this is a good comment. Ben's gonna love this comment. Hannah, you knocked it out of the park for Ben here. What's the best option for sandier soil?
So sand is gonna be a tricky one.
Your region would help also if you let us know.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, are you from the Midwest? Are you from the East Coast? Are
Yeah,
you
you're
from
from the
the?
like the coast, heavy sand.
I
If
mean, that would help. Are you planting on a beach?
Yeah, that
Or
kind of deal. Or if you're up in Michigan where it's super sandy too, up in the UP and stuff, it can get real sandy up there. Parts of the Adirondacks are
I
super
mean,
sandy.
my spot's on a sand belt.
Yeah. But we got some loam. We got some good loam in with ours.
Look at that, Central New York. All
Central New York.
right, so she's on the same. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Central New York.
Very cool.
Yep. So I would definitely lean into cereal rye does really well in sandy, well drained soils. If you're dealing with drought type situation stuff, chicory is a good one to lean into. Medium red's pretty drought tolerant for clover. Brass.
Time frame to plant those in.
So you'd be looking closer to Labor Day for those. Also, we're getting more timely rains that time of the year. Biggest thing in the sandy soils too is I would probably do like a spring plant if you can get on them probably early. You go buckwheat early, and then you could put some of that organic matter back into the soil too and roll it in, and then plant into your buckwheat. Once you got that done up right, you could go with like a bio builder that first planting in the spring with a little bit of sorghum, a little bit of sunflower, a little bit of soybean, cowpea. I mean, you can throw a bunch of different stuff in there because you're going to have good moisture content at that time. What you're really going to struggle with is summer. So what you don't want to do is get that soil too exposed and dried out, pretty much.
Hannah and Mark, if you guys have any interest in, I guess, explaining more of what your situation is and what kind of food plot you're trying to put in, whether it's a kill plot, whether it's a 2-acre plot, whatever you're trying to do, you can also reach out and Ben will mail you the seed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be on top of the charge of the seed. He's going to obviously charge you the shipping and everything for
But
it.
I do just a
And
flat
then
rate box.
he will actually also send you an explanation of how to plant it, when to plant it.
Mhm.
There's a whole thing with the 100 proof seed. So if there's a bunch of questions, please ask them on the show because it's great content. But if you are interested in getting stuff mailed to you, or possibly even picking up if you're local, like Central New York, maybe.
I get out that way.
Sometimes things would line up. I mean, mail's probably the easiest way because everyone's so busy. But yeah, I mean, you just messages.
Yeah. The big thing I would say is you're not too late. We're talking about getting our plots in. This is kind of some of the earliest stuff we've ever got in for Outlaw Plots. I top seeded a little bit of brassicas in some of my patchy corn, similar to an Outlaw Plot situation. But this is early for us. Typically, I'm shooting for the second week of August. My thing was I had open exposed soil, I had seed, I had good rain coming, which we've got good rain. We've had a couple inches over the last couple days, really driving that seed in for us. So that's what we look for. That's why I don't necessarily plant based on calendar. I plant based on what the weather forecast does. So
Kind of like hunting.
yeah, I mean, third week of October is great, but if the weather's not great till the first week of November, then that's going to change some stuff around. But
You want to kill big bucks? Hunt the weather.
yeah, you want to
line your
have
timing of the year up with weather.
If you want the better food plots, plan on weather rather than calendar.
Hannah says she's trying to put in a kill plot, planted Brassica last year in a different area, and the deer destroyed it. But this is sandier soil up on a hill. I was thinking of trying brassicas again and peas.
Yep. So biggest thing with brassicas too, if you have a medium to high deer density, they can get browsed out.
Peas are gonna get destroyed.
Peas are gonna get absolutely hammered, even more so than brassicas. So I would say if you're under, like, I guess I'm asking what size plot it is. Your plot last year that got browsed out. Brassicas, I typically don't suggest them unless
kill plot. She said it's a kill plot. So
yeah,
probably under an acre.
Under a quarter acre, probably. Yeah. So like the donut is probably like the smallest I would be, looking to put on that.
She says also, would you recommend a chisel plow or a disc
harrow?
That really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter as much because you're not trying to get that seed in that deep. So that's another thing with
you could honestly just drag it.
Dragging works fine, especially if you got sandier soil.
For brassica, though. I mean, if we're... Yeah, she's talking about brassica.
Yeah, if you're staying on brassica, then,
if that's what she wants to plant, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, like, you did yours with a little spring tooth drag, for a little ground, contact. I broadcasted straight into duff from the first herbicide spraying, really. So... when it's this small seed, I mean, look at, like, this is a quarter acre worth of seed. This is planting a quarter of a football field. This is brassicas, radishes, crimson clover is the base in this as well, and then it's got the 5 different brassica species in it. That way you kind of have something that kind of fits all different scenarios and situations too. With that, and then the clover gives the nice base going into next spring, really nice, and puts a little bit of nitrogen back in the soil that the brassicas are pulling out with it. So, but all these are very small. I mean, they're very, very, very small seeds. I mean, what do you want to call them? Half a grain of rice.
Get up
on the
there
big stuff
and show the people how small they are.
Half a grain of rice or less.
Oh, God. Yeah, I would say like half a grain of rice, quarter grain of rice.
I mean,
is the size of these seeds. So, I mean, they'll fit into some tight spaces. So, you don't really need a whole lot. I mean, grass competition really inhibits it. Something that with anything with like a matte root base, Soddy root base will destroy it.
Yep. Especially if it's not killed off.
But if it's just like tall, spindly weeds, goldenrod and shit like that, you can spray that off and get rid of it, and you're gonna have a decent plot.
Mm-hmm. And I would also say just get an idea with a soil test of what you're dealing with for like soil nutrients too.
How do I get rid of this guy? I'm tired of looking at it. How do I get this on the screen, by the way?
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, we're gonna get detailed.
Can't do that. All right, hit present. Teaching Nate the board, and then share screen. Yep, share screen, and then the Facebook. Yep, and then the share button. There you go. Now you successfully share screen.
This is Ben today. Stud muffin. I like how we're off to the side on this. Let us know if you can hear us, honestly.
The mic's working. We're good. So,
look at him. 2025, 4th annual 5K. He's been running his ass off for this.
That was the St. Louis, the 5K I did down in St. Louis there. Was that shirt? I figured it went with the red, white, and blue theme for the...
We don't want to remove it. We want to... How do I pull it back up?
Remove that one.
Oh, remove that one. Remove that one. We're back up.
Yep.
Hannah's got some more comments here. Tried to put in a kill pod, planted brand. Alright, sure did that one. Also, would you recommend
The chisel plow?
Oh, never mind. She doesn't have any new. Oh, there's Bo Hunt. Happy birthday, Benjamin.
Thanks, Bo.
Can we just throw Ben back up here? There he is.
Hit that little speaker button on that second screen. The speaker. That way it's not blending the audios together.
Ah, there's an audio in that picture.
It might be trying to pull one.
Hmm.
That's what we've had before, where it gets staticky, people have said, when we share screens across.
Poor Benjamin Button.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, so with the Brassica plots, you don't need a ton of tillage because it's a small seed. It doesn't have to be covered. So your rule of thumb when you're planting any seed is 2 to 3 times the size of the seed or the diameter of the seed in depth. So when you're looking at brassicas, a couple drops of rain throwing some dirt on top of it is more than adequate to get good seed to soil contact. What'd you do, Nate?
Hmm?
What'd you do?
I don't know what I do. I'm refreshing shit.
I just heard audio.
Hell yeah. Play it.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're playing. You're playing it on Facebook there.
I gotta pause it. How do I get rid of the sound?
I don't know. I've never done it like that.
What the? How does this? Listen, Bo. Put the illiterate guy behind the controls.
Let me see. All right.
It looks way
fix
better on your laptop than it does up there.
I don't know why that's loud. Here, let's see if I can fix that.
Ben, we got 15 minutes left. Come on.
I'm working on it, Nate.
Hurry up.
I'm trying my best.
I'm gonna flip out on you
Trying my best.
in front of everybody here in a minute.
Yeah.
I know you're used to that.
Yep. All good. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
shit,
that share screen across thing, we got to figure that out because that's what's been funky in the past with it. But anyway, so yeah.
Hannah Smith Williams says, the static sounds like a paid actor bleeping you out. Damn
Yeah,
it.
it's that shared screen coming across.
Pain in the rump.
It's just pulling from different audio sources. It's probably corrupting the sound files it's coming across. But anyway,
what else are we gonna talk about? Sauerkraut. I mean, we got to
Weekend.
touch on the Sauerkraut Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah Smith Williams puts a lot of work into this.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving Ben with a lot of work.
All good.
And
But we do have the crowd crawl tomorrow.
there's the crowd crawl.
There's live music all over Phelps, really.
When does that start? Am I supposed to be there?
4 to 8.
Where are we?
I believe we're at Pizza Coop. Is where I was last told we were going to be.
Solid.
We got booted out of the...
Pizza Coop's better anyway.
Yeah, we got booted out of the church.
Pizza Coop's a better spot.
All right, I'm good with it. Game on. And then Saturday is...
Jesse's gonna be there, by the way.
Is he drinking?
Really?
Crawling?
No. He's
No?
gonna be with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. We got to bring Jeff, too. Bring Jeff to the coop.
I don't know.
And then...
Jesse said he wants to hang out Friday, so we're doing something. And that's what we're doing.
Yep.
We're showing up at Pizza Coop. We're gonna eat some pizza. Drink some whiskey.
Pour it up for folks. And then we got Saturdays, the Crowder runs, and then I got a showing around noon, and then I'll be back for the parade and all that fun stuff. And the parade's at 4 o'clock this year. So,
I won't be back for any of that.
yeah, you got to crank out this last job that you're on, right?
So wait a minute.
What's that?
You're talking about tomorrow
Tomorrow's Friday.
for the sip and stroll?
Yeah, kraut crawl.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yep.
God. Because I'm supposed to be standing by my dad's bug at the car show on Saturday.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, he's putting the bug in the show.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
he's got that.
He
Thing
loves that bug?
ripping.
He loves that bug.
He does love that bug. And he put it in the car. So he's
Good deal.
He was hoping
deal.
always going to be there.
Yep. Anyway, but
We gonna end this?
and then Sunday's the block party. But
What the hell?
if anybody wants to order food plot seed or has any food plot questions, we can mix up custom batches for you. I've been mixing custom batches for folks based on their needs for their plot, also based on their plot sizes. It's not just quarter acres because very rarely is your plot a quarter acre.
Bo,
So
give me a topic.
no, we're good.
I want to run with it. Bo, give me a topic.
What about your new poster, Nate?
That is nice.
This is the keys to the kingdom
I
right
do
here.
like it. Ryan Kirby.
This is the keys to the
Is
kingdom.
it Ryan Kirby or Randy Kirby?
Ryan Kirby.
Ryan Kirby. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
So this is the habitat management calendar from the Land and Legacy guys, Matt and Adam. They came out with.
Bo, I need something controversial. Controversial.
This is perfect, dude. This tells you based on where you are, whether
Shit.
you're in South Carolina or New York or wherever, Midwest, central country, southern section of the country,
East
what
Coast.
you're doing and when you're doing it. That calendar's got it. Frank says, "What's up, neighbor Frank?"
I planted some buckwheat early in June with some intentions of planting brassica mix. Buckwheat looked okay. Not great. Little weed came up with it.
So with your buckwheat, if you planted early June, you're probably flowered or petal drop right now, or seed set. So you're gonna be wanting to plant like ASAP with that, because with that seed drop, you don't want that to go reseeding itself because that's gonna really mess it up there. So yeah. That's the big thing with it, is check it on your buckwheat plots. We got one right now that's probably got another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So we got to decide if we're going to do brassicas and clover, or if we're just going to roll it and spray it, and then plan on drilling it in with clover or wheat or oats. I mean, was another thing we threw out there, but we're just kind of seeing how the plot's maturing as it goes. We're kind of checking on it every week and seeing. That's what you got to do with buckwheat. That's the only thing, is your plant date is key to getting it rolled in with the timing of the year to get your brassicas to line up, or whatever plant you're looking to do. If you're looking for more cereal grain, I'd do July, but we had the drill when we had it, so that's what we did. But yeah, so. And then I had shorter growth on my buckwheat this year too. It wasn't as tall and stocky as it was before. I don't know if that's a planting conditions thing, or I think I planted it maybe a little too thick out of the drill too. I was trying to figure it out, because it was the first year running that new drill. But I'm pretty overall happy with it. The corn has been, some plots are really good, other ones are okay, and then I have 2 really bad ones. So those 2 really bad ones are going to get mowed and sprayed off, and then replanted here to fall annual, probably winter wheat, and then we'll do heavy buckwheat to them next year, just because they got some pretty solid weed competition in them. But that's kind of what I'm dealing with. So we're going to see what we end up with after this rain for germination in our our turnip overseed and our corn, and then as well as the rest of our plots, which we'll do some videos upcoming in the next couple weeks. Will be on the YouTube channel about those plots, about what we did, Nate's donut plot, and then typical timing for the outlaw plots would be end of August, early September, when your beans are starting to yellow off is typically when we do those. But if you have open spots in your beans, like we talk about in the video, and like we talked about here on the show tonight, that's where I would be looking to get your seeds in the ground with rains. Like if we get another rain coming Sunday, and you go out to your beans and whatever plot and say, hey, I got some bare soil, it's not a bad time to get out there and get some seed in the ground. So, case in point, it may be a little early for clover, but if you got good conditions, I'd get clover in the ground, and then you can always overseed it with your
You left me the
cereal
captain.
grain later. What's that? You are the captain. You're the captain
You
tonight.
left me to be the captain?
Yep, you got it. Bo says,
Excellent job with the video on YouTube, guys. Keep up the good work.
thanks, Bo.
That's a tough pry right there. Bo Hunt is a very hard critic of ours. He's followed us from the beginning, and can't thank him enough for his support and his honesty. That's great.
Yeah. So we
Thank
got some good videos coming up. We got the donut plot. We got the seed stuff up there in the outlaw plots. I got a couple corn plot videos that I did.
If anybody wants
So-
an update, I did pay Ben for the
Mhm.
seed.
Yep.
I did pay him.
Yep, and I even charged him for the seed he dumped out of his boot. I didn't even prorate it.
Yes, he
Mhm.
did. Yeah, he did. He prorated it.
I brought
Charges
you,
me
I brought you
extra.
beer.
I gotta quit telling him.
I brought you a beer.
I cooked you a steak.
You did.
That was a good
I said
steak.
thank you.
That was amazing steak.
I said thank you. The corn was good. The potatoes
Corn
were
was
good.
good. I ate that steak for 3 days.
Oh, you had that many leftovers?
2 full steaks.
Okay.
I ate them for lunch. I ate like a half for lunch.
Perfect.
It was good.
Potatoes were good, fresh out of your garden. First ones you guys dug.
Oh, potatoes were killer.
Yeah.
If anything out of that dinner was number one, it was the potatoes.
Potatoes were really good.
Liza's homegrown potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Were they
honestly, everything was
Yukons,
good.
right? Is that what she said? She did Yukons?
Yeah, Yukon Golds.
Yeah.
And the Yukon Golds give it that little yellow tint to the. It almost looks like there's more butter in there, so you're more intrigued to it.
Mhm.
But she did load it up with
Yeah.
butter.
But flavor was right.
Yeah. Just tell Ben to turn his camera so
Yeah.
we can get.
So
full
Bo
screen.
doesn't like it when I video like this. He wants me to video like this, so everybody gets the full screen look.
I don't want you to see what's going on the side, Bo.
Yeah. So I know, Bo. Thank you for the tips and the feedback with it. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people do watch videos sideways with their phone. It makes sense. You know, that full screen mode.
There's more to see.
So he's just hoping to see a little landmark, and he's gonna have one of them TikTok guys that finds you in the world. He's gonna have him
He's
locate
already
one of my
found
stands.
us. That dude's located us already. Bo, by the way, my shop is heated. You throw a cot up, we'll go hunting. Just
Yep.
show up.
We just don't have the lease anymore. Which
Wow,
we
we
gotta
don't,
go.
yeah, we don't
which-
have a lead. I'll take you to the hill. I'll take you to my spot. Just show up, sleep in the barn.
Yep.
There's heat in there. I'll be up. We'll just load up in the truck. We'll go out. We'll go pick a couple stands and we'll kill something.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we gotta get the stands off at least too at some point.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
be
they shut that down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they told you?
Yep.
Did you tell them we have equipment out there and we would like it to get it?
What equipment?
What do you mean?
The stands?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I told them. They said that's fine. No rush.
Can we use your side by side?
I'll ask. Not a bad idea though. Definitely not a bad idea. I mean, we can definitely get to majority of them.
Bo's kind of in the same like point where if you're chasing the big end, just get out of New York.
I mean, but for me, it's not the inch thing. I mean, we've said that from the get-go with this show. It's not the inch really to us.
It's the work put in and the success out of it.
And killing the best deer you got on your piece.
Like the best deer I had was under. Well, I shouldn't say that. The best deer I had was probably 120, 130, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't regular. It was hit or miss. Like he'd show up every once in a while. So
Yeah. So is that really the most killable deer like on your piece?
no.
You know.
So you look at the most killable deer and you try and set up and get them. And I got both of them last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah,
I think the murder wagon needs to make a repeat visit up there this year. That was sick.
the murder wagon.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that deer's hide, so I can wear it on the show with his skull strapped on my head. I'm looking for the best overall experience that I don't think New York is going to provide it anymore. Yeah.
I mean, it's a work, it's a grind, but I think it's everywhere. You know, we talk about, you know, and this is just funny because of
What's your end game, Bo? What are you
Yeah.
looking for? You looking for that 160? You looking for that booner? You trying to break that mark? Like, what's your next goal?
Yeah,
Is there
what's
a goal?
what part of that is like overall
That's how my brain
experience?
works.
Yeah, what's the overall experience side of it? You know, that's
I'm looking for the best overall experience. Is the best overall experience just big deer? Are you chasing that high from when you were like 14 years old and saw
a deer for the first time. Yeah, yeah.
like what's your overall experience? This is great. This is honestly a great topic. This good.
It's a good
Bo's killing it right now.
it's a good angle to go into with it.
I don't even know if he knows.
Because like you said, like
I don't think he knows.
I get a ton more out of like all the work and everything I put in, and then how it comes together when it does come together. And not saying it comes together every year. There was, you know, a number of
You
years.
want world class deer, you're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah, I mean, New York's not your. I mean, we got great deer. Don't get me wrong.
It
but I'm
doesn't
not
matter where that deer is.
Mm-hmm.
There is it's like playing the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
A world class deer will never be shot again outside of someone knowing where he is. And that person that kills him,
Oh yeah,
and the person that kills him will pay
sure,
for the experience to hunt that deer.
sure.
And if they get him, great. If they don't, that's how it is now.
Yep. I see what you're saying with that. So like there's not.
I'm not
like,
saying there's not a possibility of some freaking mega giant just walking out of nowhere. There is. There's hope.
But people know about it nowadays. Like there's
The
not
camera
that-
thing killed that hope a little bit.
Mhm.
And now we know what's in the area. So there's no megas. There's no world records. We don't, so now you minimize the even more. And then social media and everything else put it to the next level. The farmer that's got that deer and knows what he has, he's selling it to the bigwigs. And them guys are coming in, paying him, and hunting that deer. No one else is hunting that deer unless you got money. That's just how it is.
I like my sub 130, sub 140 class deer that
It's
they
a
give
rich
me-
man's sport.
They give me fits and I chase them, and that's what I go after because that's what we got.
Some guy in Iowa, he's got a 190-inch deer. He's calling Lee Lakowski. He's calling Mark Drury. He's calling the
Somebody
dudes,
with
man.
a pocket, sure.
Someone with a pocket. Hey, I know you want this on your show, and I have this. Here's the pictures. How much
Oh,
you
I'm
paying
sure.
me to kill this deer?
I'm sure, and I've heard that
to
about.
try and kill this deer. And them guys do. I don't want to bash them guys going in there and being like, all right, we still have to set up and try and kill this deer.
Mm-hmm.
They go in there, they put a plan together, they try and kill them deer, but they are aware that deer is there, and they are paying a price for that deer.
Sure. It's a supply and demand thing, 100%.
And here on this show, we try and relate the best we can to the average hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, man, if you watch any of our videos, I'm out there with a 450 four-wheeler, some drag that was on my property when I bought my house, and I'm still killing 100 something fucking 100-inch deer every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the work.
You get in what you put in.
I
You
look
get
at the
out
deer,
what
and
you
I
put
hate
in.
it when someone comes in, they look at that buck on the wall, and they're like, "Oh, that's a little one."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Motherfucker, but you have no idea how hard I worked for that guy."
Yep. Amen, dude.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Amen.
It's a thing. Oh, Shoemaker. There, you want to talk about big buck hunters? There's the man.
Big buck killer. Biggest one we've had on the show.
Ooh, there you go. Shooting a big deer in a state where everyone does is not as rewarding.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, big dog.
Thank you.
From Reed. Alright, I fucked everything up.
What do you got?
Good evening, gentlemen. From Rack Slap.
Tap it.
Rack Slap and Tap It. I like the name.
Yep.
I'm down with that. But hold on. Just look for a little more adventure.
You know why he typed so many? Is so he could cut our faces off.
Who?
Bo. Look at the screen.
That's fine.
He typed an essay just so he didn't have to look at us anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just looking for a little more adventure. Something new. I get that.
Yep.
And a better overall age structure. I'd love to experience more of the rut, seeing bucks chasing, grunting, and doing all of the things I really haven't gotten to experience much here in New York. I only saw 2 bucks all last season. With the new regulations, I'm worried our buck population is going to take a major hit.
$2 all last season, so that's tough. And I know we've talked about Bo's property, so I'm gonna try to dial back in my memory banks a little bit on it. I think he's got about 50 acres. It's pretty much a square. And we talked about that from the get go with diversifying that piece. So $2 could be a very low deer density. It could also be, a showing sign of lack of habitat, or it could show sign of the neighborhood you're in. Because neighborhood will make it or break it. I mean, I get this question a lot from folks that are buying ground. They're like, well, where are the big deer? It's like, well, it is very neighborhood specific. It really is. You got to have age structure, and you don't have age structure if they're all getting shot when they're young. So, to Bo's point, if you're not having a lot of buck sightings on camera, I would kind of take a critical step back and see what that lowest hole in the bucket is. A lot of people say it's neighbors. Could be your region as a whole is a lower deer density. Could definitely be part of it. But you see more of that chasing, grunting, and all those things. Honestly, if you want to see some of that good behavior, and this is going to be a little bit of a hot take, if you got nothing going or if your deer density is that low, don't hunt your farm till the 3rd week of October, 1st week of November. Don't put any pressure or stress on it. Could be a pressure stress thing that's pushing the deer off, and that's why you're not seeing a lot of them. Could be you're not looking at your access critically. I mean, I'm just listing off everything that's going through my head as to why your deer sightings would be that low. In my head, pressure comes to mind. Neighborhood comes to mind as a possibility. Region of the state comes to my mind. So it's just take a step back and look critically at all that. Like, that's what we do every year. We look critically at what can we do to improve this. Okay, well maybe it's a new stand location. Maybe it's adding a food plot like the donut plot. And seeing how you can improve that year to year. That's what's going to help you be successful. If you keep doing the same thing, and then wondering why your results aren't changing, it's because you're doing the same thing.
That's the definition of insanity. And
I
that's
think
how
Albert
the place,
Einstein coined that.
And that's how the place I work functions. Okay, I want to get in back to this comment. My man Caleb shooting a big deer in a state where everyone does is not as rewarding.
Big's relative.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But this right here, this feeling when you shoot a monster in a state that barely breaks 130s
Mm-hmm. And we've said this, dude. Like, the average New York buck
is
is under 130.
the
Easily.
yeah, at 5, 6, 7 years old.
100%. I think, honestly, dude, our average is under 130 for
I
our
think what
4-year-old
he's
pluses.
getting at is he's going back to the harder you work, the more money you put in,
The more
the more
time.
time you put in,
Mm-hmm.
the better results you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everything's situational, depending on the person, the access you have to different properties, blah, 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 and
Scouting. I mean, that all goes into it.
scouting, but that also comes back to the money putting in. I mean, you can have a property in Canandaigua. You could have a property in Phelps. You could have a property in Newark. You could have a property in Victor.
Mm-hmm.
And you're running cameras on all of them. You know how much money that is? You ain't driving around pulling cards on all them. You're
Mm-hmm.
paying for cell cam. And you're paying for that deer.
Or you
You're
are taking
paying
it,
for
or you're
that
taking the
time.
time. Yeah.
You're paying for that time, gas.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying for that.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to pay for it.
Or getting out there and scouting. You know.
Getting out there scouting, putting in the time, and that is definitely something that Caleb and Tommy and his crew definitely do. They put the time in. Rack Slap Tap It says, "Thank you, man. Thank you, saluting us."
What do we got?
He says, "So we're in a long range shooting. What's the farthest you would take a shot at a deer?" What are we talking? Obviously, long range shooting. You're probably talking rifles.
Yeah.
I go 300.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple
My
spots.
6.5. If I practice enough at 300, I'd take a 300. Right now, probably 200.
Yeah. Furthest I've ever shot a deer is about $140.
I shot one with my muzzleloader at like 220.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've shot at about $140. Honestly, if like Nate says, if I'm shooting leading up to season, like right now, I wouldn't go cold shotting like 300 yards. But when you start shooting that gun leading up to season, I would feel pretty comfortable out to like 250.
Super comfortable. You want one?
Yeah.
I seen you looking.
Mhm.
Ah, almost lost it. Almost lost yours.
Thank you, sir. Oh, got the comments rolling now.
Oh, yeah, people tuning in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hitting the algorithm with everybody's comments.
Terry, Dad says low doe population, buck and doe ratio is off. That's why not seeing any bucks. I believe he's referring back to bow.
It could be low doe population, could be an over doe population too, can push that buck number off. Or like I said, it could be regional. Like I said, Bo's never sent me a pin. Got to reach way up in there.
I haven't been here in a while.
What do you mean?
You're loaded. You can tell I haven't been here in a month. There's a lot of beer in there.
Yeah, so that could be another causation of it too. Is your buck to doe ratio or your deer density, ratio as a whole.
Now I want to point out a little something about Terry Williams' comment. Now Terry is Ben's mother,
Mm-hmm.
and her husband obviously is Ben's dad, and this man Brian. I don't even think anybody called him Brian until I came around. But Brian has killed big bucks for a long time. He's killed big bucks. So when you see Terry comment, it's Terry commenting for Brian, and Brian has killed big bucks since there was
80s.
no cameras, there was no cell cams, there was no. He just went out there. He studied the woods. He figured deer movement out. He put the time in, and he did it. And a lot of what Ben's information comes off of is dedicated to his dad. So if you hear something that is a little something out of the norm that Ben will put out there, he might have learned something from his dad that a lot of these mainstream people and mainstream, I don't know what you want to call them, hunting, whatever, don't really know about, because they didn't experience it like Ben's father did, Brian. And when somebody wants to throw in a little piece of advice about a topic, I feel like people should listen to somebody who is credited and known for getting the job done. I mean, what's the big goal? Killing a big buck. The man's done it his, I wouldn't say his whole life, but it probably took him a little while to figure it out, and he did. And there were some things that he figured out, and he's got some studs on his wall.
And there's,
before cameras, before feeding, for all that, you went out there, you studied the woods, and you figured it out, and you killed him.
And I don't know, I want to say it would be...
You could call it luck. He killed him with his pants down once.
Yeah.
There's a pee-pee buck.
There is a dick in the hand buck.
There's a pee-pee buck.
There is a story for that. But yeah, thousands of inches of antler dude was killed pre-cell cam, pre-trail cam, you know, hang on, lock on stands in a tree, home-built wooden ladder stands. I mean, the list goes on, and just the woodsmanship of reading woods. I mean, when's the last time you heard anybody online talking about, you know, a landmark tree, or however he refers to it? And that's something that we've looked at before when we've been out there on a track or been out there after hours tracking a deer. And
your father, well,
go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Rip your it. Father, or Brian, blew my wife's mind. My wife is very intrigued by Brian. But anyways, especially his voice. But anyways,
soothing, I was told.
Remember she shot at Willie. I ended up killing him later in the season, but she ended up shooting low. She misjudged the yardage and everything, and she ended up hitting him in the leg. And we were out there, we were looking. And your dad brought up the landmark tree. This is how it relates into what you were just saying. And you and me were already in the brush looking for blood. And Eliza and him, I believe, were on the outskirts in the field, kind of on the edge, looking. And he brought up this landmark tree to her. And she brought this up to me after the whole debacle. And she goes, Ben and his dad actually, really know what they're doing, don't they? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. I said,
I think so.
I think so. I said, they're
a little bit.
They're pretty smart guys.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like, what makes you bring that up, And she goes, well, Brian brought up this landmark tree, and she goes, it was the tallest tree in the hedgerow, and he said something about the deer locating that tree, and that's where they're going to want to run to if something happens, because it's skyline, they can see it. And she goes, that makes a lot of sense.
And remember when we were tracking that buck over at Grandma's a couple of years ago, and we're sitting there on the track, and Dad goes,
Which we never found that buck.
but we knew where he went.
We knew where he went.
Where he went across that open field, and Dad
because
goes,
of Brian. He goes, I bet you
he went right by that big maple.
The tallest tree in the hedgerow.
Yep. And then same thing the next day where we found
his blood right there.
Where we found his
Never
blood.
found the deer.
Nope.
But
he made it through. He survived the hit. It hit him high.
Yeah.
And then even the next day when we got out there, we were tracking across those two big hay fields, and there's this one little, same thing. So a landmark tree, not only a tall tree, but different structure type tree, hedgerow of pines and planted pines. There's a little sugar maple on the edge. Guess where that deer bedded? Right underneath that lone sugar maple at the base of that pine thicket. And guess where the blood was? Right there. It was the last blood I found from that deer. Obviously, he lived. Never knew what happened to him after that. I saw him after I was tagged out that year, actually, but never know what happened to him after I saw him when I was tagged out.
All right,
but anyway.
We got a lot of comments rolling in, so we got to catch up. Bo says, when I was young, I used to think like Shoemaker. But as you get older, guys, you realize you're starting to run out of time. I get that, Bo.
Yeah, and I think there's different. I think there's different phases of hunting too. I think there's the you got to kill everything phase. You gotta, the sportsman phase, the trophy hunter phase. Everybody kind of experiences those, and somebody doesn't always experience every single one of those either.
I feel like in the end, where Bo's at, like
you're chasing that next great hunt kind of thing.
You want the monster.
Yep, you want that,
and
that big story.
It's not gonna happen where you are. I get it, Bo.
It's not as likely. Not that it can't happen. It's just not. There's a lot of stacked factors in a lot of situations with it. But I get what you're saying, Bo. I get where you're kind of going on that.
Just subbed. We're a smaller channel as well. Keep grinding.
He might be number 500. We were closing in on 500 subscribers.
Well, thank you there, Rex. Slap tap it.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, for our shots, 250. Yep.
Terry says Brian has been doing habitat/wildlife management since the early 70s.
Yep.
Which is,
and I mean, food plots wise,
touching on
99,
touching on me, fluffing up Brian.
99, 2000. We were doing plots at the Bishop Farm. Dad might have a better timeline than that, because we were out of the Bishop Farm in like 04, 05 maybe. So we had to have been doing food plots out there early 2000s, if not late 90s. We were doing food plots with a Cub Cadet lawnmower, chain link fences, Alice Chalmer tractors, maybe to brush hog it down to start. So yeah, I mean, it's come a long way. Now we're renting county drills and dozers to clean up after timber harvests, and a piece of ground that if you'd asked Dad probably back in the 70s, I don't know if he'd have thought he'd ever owned a piece of ground with it. I know he always wanted to, and that was his goal. So maybe we need to have an in-depth episode on that sometime coming up, on kind of that land manager journey, thing. We've kind of had some episodes with him on before, but maybe that whole kind of journey thing would be a really good, illustration episode, I think. And when we say thousands of inches, like there's thousands of inches in the house, literally. And also, there could have been thousands more, but he'll tell you. First thing he'll tell you is, I'm picky. It took him a while to kill a deer off the farm just because he was, picky, and this deer was broken. This deer was, whatever. Again, because he was chasing, and I could be wrong, but the way I thought of it was he was chasing the process. It was me getting the enjoyment out of it, and the journey with it or whatever and everything like that. And I think we've really grown the farm into something really, really impressive that I take a lot of pride in, and I'm sure he does too. You know, after all the years doing hours and hours and hours of work, you know, months of hours and years of hours worth of work, literally to get it where it is now, compared to getting lost out there because there was no trails on it when he bought it, going on 10 years ago this upcoming year, literally, or 20 years ago, not 10, 20. Jesus, holy smokes!
There she is. Two of my favorite boys, guys.
Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it.
She's there for you. I do agree with you, Bo, on wanting to see more mature deer rutting, and also agree that these new regulations will only hurt those opportunities.
I'm curious. Okay, not to dive back down into that big rabbit hole because it's basically a fox den. It's not even a rabbit hole anymore. They're just rolling out all these changes all at once. So if there's any adverse results or any adverse or positive, I guess I'll throw that out there too. If there's any positive changes, they can't attribute it to one specific thing, and that's the problem I have with it. They're rolling everything out at once and saying, "This is what we're doing. This is what we're changing. We're giving you $2 now, and whatever. If you shoot a doe, we're doing crossbows all of archery season. Whatever your newest regulation is." Bah. And then all of a sudden, okay, deer harvest is down or up, buck quality is up or down. You can't correlate to what caused that. So yeah.
One of the best things I've heard in, I guess, deer hunting, especially in New York, is this one right here. Dad says more fun to make them than buy them. So that right there says a lot. That's all that work you put in and all that strategy you put in and all that time, and if you only end up at the end of it with 110-inch deer, 100-inch deer, 90-inch deer, that's your work going into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to focus on. Don't follow the mainstream, anything like that. Just follow what you're doing.
It's not an antler
Improve.
It's not an antler measuring contest.
Deer are not. You're gonna have the big one every once in a while. You put enough time in, you're gonna kill your big one. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna kill your 130. You're gonna kill your 150. You're
Whatever
gonna kill
your-
your 160. Whatever
Big
is, it's gonna happen. This is a great comment, and I love this comment.
And again, nothing against the guys that want to go buy them. If
you want to pass a 130 in New York that's 8 years old, have at it.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Me and Nate, you should see our feed we send each other on videos. It's like
5.5.
There's not
6.5.
There's not a deer. There's not a deer we really share between each other, even on like social media, that we see of videos or whatever. That's probably over 140 or 150. Very rarely.
If it is, it's out of state.
Well, yeah, sure, but it's like there was a video the other day I sent him, and it's like 130 inches, 8.5 years old. You passing?
No.
It's like no.
Thumping his ass.
If he's 90 inches, and that's the deer, like, I don't know. It's
Great
just,
comment though.
Yep. The journey is,
and that's the whole point in the food plot and the land management, and that this comment right here sums everything up in what we're trying to do. You want to shoot a 160, you want to shoot a 180, this is the world we live in. You're gonna have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're willing to put the work in and you're happy with results from the product that you, or the seed you sowed, or however you want to put it, this right here is an amazing comment.
And we've talked about that too. Different different farms, different situations, different properties, different whatever, it changes. You know what I mean? It 100% changes. Everything changes. You know, it's not a this fits, a one size fit all type situation, dude.
Don't buy a hump, buy a tractor. All right, Brian, you're pushing it now.
You know what's funny? Is I had to push him to buy a tractor.
I
had to twist his
know all
arm.
this.
I had to twist it.
I know all
That's
this.
why you chuckled as soon as you saw it.
Yeah.
I had to twist his arm to get him to buy something that was less than...
Well, he's got like 6 tractors. They just don't run.
No. I had to twist his arm to buy something that was less than 50 years old.
All right, Brian, we built you up.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to let her go here.
Yeah. So... But dude, don't sleep on those. You know, your Ford that you got's a little workhorse.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on.
I'm already
an
thinking
older
of
tractor.
ways. So I got that back blade. I'm thinking of how I can make it a drag. Like I'm thinking about like making these little fixtures that I can like put on it, like hook on it like a C.
He's
and then a bolt goes up through, and then it just like cuts the land.
Okay, so he's gonna comment this. He's got a 3-point drag. And I know he's probably telling my mom to comment this right now and be like, "Hey Nate, there's a 3-point drag." Because Dad's got a 3-point drag. I know he's got one. I know he's probably commenting to have my mom tell you that. But yeah,
Sell it?
Yeah, he's got a 3-point drag right at the farm right now. Hey, now you got wheel spin.
What kind of drag is it?
I think it's an Oliver.
Oliver.
Yeah, it's like a spring tooth 3-point harrow. Like
spring tooth.
Yep.
That's what I want.
That's what it is.
That spring tooth rips.
Dude, we did a lot of plots with those over the years. Do you have?
And they work.
Yeah.
And
they work great.
I mean,
they
you
work
honestly,
great.
all right. You have to take a few more passes than a tiller or a plow,
and clean them out.
And
Sure.
you got to do a little extra work with them.
Sure,
but
they work.
They're solid.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the donut plot is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all my plots are. Is with that little stupid drag. I beat the shit out of. I'm gonna do some
Nate,
work.
chain link fence and railroad dude. I wish I had pictures from back doing some of these plots, dude, because it was like just railroad ties on top of like
scratch ground to get seed in. That's all you got to do. It's gonna make it.
And watch the weather for rain. Now we have it on our phone, but back in the day, it was you had to sit there and wait for the 6 o'clock news to see if the rain was going to come this week.
Get out there and plant it.
Yep, it's like we got to go plant.
And then he's wrong because they're always wrong.
Yeah, they're always great at doing that. We're not going to get any rain. 3 inches.
So much more fun back in the day. This shit that's like.
Yeah. I remember, dude, the first cameras that we ran had big D batteries. They only lasted about a week.
Cameras, the cell cams, they ruined it, man.
Yeah.
Look at.
Nate's like, look, what's
going
going on right now on the donut?
I got them right now. All I got to do, and I have it set on instant. So as soon as it takes a picture, it sends it to me. Wait for it to load. There it is. Holy shit. No, we ain't showing that one. No, I'm just kidding. There ain't nothing, man.
He's got me saved as a screensaver from the other day.
Yeah, I got Ben's rear end on there. But I don't know.
You know he's probably got 2. Yeah, he's probably got 2 of them, Nate. You could probably put one at your house for the garden. You could probably put one of the drags at the at the hill.
It takes a bit from it. It takes away from the mind working.
Yeah.
The mind just goes to this will answer it. This will answer it. Instead of trying to like figure it out. Mm-hmm. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Terry says, "Come on. You know your dad probably has 2."
If anybody else is also looking for a 3-point drag, there's probably more than one there.
They have 2.
But yeah, no. But yeah, no. I had a. I had a big order actually cancel for Brassica seed, so I have a ton of Brassica seed. If anybody's looking, we might do the whole hill in 100 proof, Nate.
I hope so.
Brandon says,
If
love.
you don't charge me, I'll let you hunt it.
Well, I can't keep it another year, so.
Yeah.
Brandon,
I
fresh
hear
seed.
ya. This is my first year with cell cams. Like, I don't know. It's not even hunting season, and I'm checking the shit every day. I don't know.
Looking for that dopamine hit.
It takes an edge off. It takes, I don't know. It's just not.
I don't know. I love that Christmas morning SD card.
You never know what the next arrow is gonna show you.
And I also hate that you let a camera soak for 3 months and then you realize that like it was only catching grass, or it has no pictures on it because the camera decided to not work. We've all been there too. You know.
Yeah.
I like the cell cam that you can instantly be like, oh look, it's taking pictures. Sometimes,
I mean,
dude,
I tell you what, when I show up to work and I'm in a shitty freaking mood, I do get on that app and I look at it. And if there is something decent on it, I'm like, all right, I'm better. I'm better. I'm better.
It's a little
today.
pick me up.
Yeah. I mean, it's love / hate. He nailed it.
Yep, absolutely. But
you're gonna experience this in the next year or so. Because for Christmas, I'm getting you cell cams because I was forced into it. So you're getting forced into it.
It's just like, you're gonna use it, you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shove your nose in it like a dog.
Take it. Oh God. All right. What do we hit? Hour and a half.
Yeah. Comments are slowing down. What we got over here? Love ads. Same. Comment.
It should be the same. I did fix it. Look at that. I fixed it, Nate. I fixed the crossover.
Shoemaker's
comments.
Sleeping. Damn it, Shoemaker.
Probably is. He's checking his cell cams.
Yeah, he checked his cell cams before he went to bed.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I got Brassica seed. I got clover seed. If anybody needs it, yeah, happy to hook you up. Measure your plot, custom sizes, custom blends. If you need to have a little bit of stuff tweaked, we can talk about your plot and your situation. And I'm not going to sell you it just to sell you it, but by the rate of what's sitting here on the floor, might be doing the whole hill in 100 proof.
I hope so.
Nate's like, don't buy anything.
No.
But anyway, Sauerkraut Weekend this weekend, and then ripping Brassicas for the next couple weeks, really, off and on. Who's commenting the bottom of the ninth? Oh, Caleb.
You know Shoemaker's in.
Oh, cell cams.
There's a lot of it, Caleb.
Come and get it. What do you need?
You know where to get it.
What do you need? We'll get you. But, yeah.
All right. We're going to end it.
Yep.
All done. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Appreciate you. Good job, Nate, running the board tonight. Not bad.
My first experience as the captain.
You like the captain chair?
I like being the captain.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But, everybody, shoot straight.
Got any questions, shoot them over to us, and stay tuned for more videos. We're filming a lot of stuff, and
enjoy life.
Yep.
Try to.
Yep. And maybe we'll see you around the Sauerkraut Fest, or if not, tune into the videos and let us know what you think.
Caleb, keep my boy Tommy straight.
Yep. Come grab some seed, Caleb.
He likes to veer a little bit. Keep him on track.
Yep. All right.
See ya.